Hey folks, it's Bad Dad Real Talk time. And Bad Dad knows what you're thinking. This can't be another apology. Bad Dad didn't do anything wrong last week. Well, that's true. This is not an apology. This is something far more serious. As it turns out, somebody in the BadDadatFortnit family had been leaking footage of my gameplay without the inclusion of the announcers or the produced ads we have on the stream. And in Bad Dad's opinion, this is a travesty. A true corruption of my brand. And an insult to the hard work that goes into every stream, each and every week. Fortunately, a producer over at Theateresk was able to deduce that the only way someone could have removed these elements would be if they had access to the raw audio of the original stream. In other words, it was an inside job. This individual being in criminal breach of various contractual legalities. But to calm the nerves of all my fans out there who care about the show, this individual has been permanently emancipated from the Bad Dad family and will never ruin Bad Dad at Fortnite ever again. We're going to move forward as if this never happened. A replacement has already been found, so it will be as if the key personnel had never left. And on behalf of the producers and myself, we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused anyone. That's the end of this message, but I guess this doesn't really cover the why behind it all, does it? Maybe this individual thought, things are starting to change a little bit too much around here. And maybe they were questioning, what was going on with episode 4 and those stupid challenges. Or maybe episode 6 and Thomas and that awful duos. Who can say for what this person was thinking? Everyone knows DadStrat is RadStrat, so why fix what ain't broke? But what I'm told is what this person did was not cool. The producers have a real vision for this stream and a real passion. And we have to respect that. And I'm not sure if this is going to be settled in court or not, but I wish you the best of luck. Best of luck. Bad Dad out.
You come home after a long, hard day at the job. Work has been SSDD. Same story, different day. Nothing surprising, nothing new. But then you pour yourself a glass of anonymous foul and take that first sip. Wait a second, that taste. Familiar, comforting, but something you can't quite place. This calls for further investigation. Anonymous foul, a mystery worth exploring again and again. Please drink responsibly. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of Bad Dad at Fortnite, brought to you by Theateresk. I'm your host, Johnny Frakes.
I'm your co-host, Myrtle Masters.
And tonight we have a special edition for all you dad heads out there. Now, instead of Bad Dad doing his normal solo play, and instead of doing duos with another streamer, tonight is gonna have Bad Dad teaming up and doing some Team Rumble. We saw a glimpse of that last episode, but this episode is going to be full of some Team Rumble action, so it should be pretty exciting stuff.
Yes, we're both really looking forward to that. But before we get into that, I actually had the chance to interview Bad Dad earlier today, so why don't we take a look at that and then we can get started.
Excellent.
Bright, very bright. My life has been taken from me as far as my private life. I'm sure I'm going to have to go to those cosplay, what do you call those, conventions, yeah. And put up a booth and do all that. I'm just going to be constantly busy. I kind of imagine they're probably going to start to invite me to those tournaments that they have, epic game tournaments. They're probably going to want me to do a TV show or something. I don't know. It makes sense. I'm just trying to keep my feet on the ground right now. But that is hard. I feel like I have 2 balloons strapped to my back. All the deadbeats are down below me now, just fighting it out. That's what it feels like. It is what it is, and I can imagine Matt Damon knows pretty good how that feels, and I'm going to get him on the phone pretty soon. I need to talk to someone who understands. Can we get Matt Damon's phone number? Anybody? See if we can do a project together or something. That'd be cool. Ben Affleck too. We'll, all three. We can do something. Kind of a Good Will Hunting plus Fortnite. I don't know. I'm not a movie guy. I'm just a player. But you know. And that is another thing. I kind of expect to be meeting with Tim Sweeney pretty soon. Word's out, feelers are out there. You know, my people are talking to his people. You know how that goes. And we've been kind of communicating a lot on Twitter lately. I've been going back and forth, and I was like, I feel you, brother. I think it meant a lot to him. Hashtag I feel you, brother. I mean, I imagine one thing he'll probably end up doing is, you know, bringing me on as a consultant eventually because of my strategies. How can we implement this into the general game itself, and how can we, you know, keep it pure? Maybe something we could do about the deadbeats. I'm sure he watched the deadbeat beat down and goes, wow, I had no idea this whole culture existed of these losers floating down and just not even paying attention. Let's figure out maybe a way we can clean that up. I don't know. It's part of it. It's part of the sacrifice you make to be a true champion and to be a hero to millions. And I think that's what eventually I'm going to be elevated to that level.
All right, Myrtle, that was quite the excellent interview.
Indeed it was, indeed it was.
And you know, that idea of BadDad being out there at conventions or perhaps on the TV, that idea of him being on his feet more in the public eye, that sounds like real exciting stuff.
Yes, it does. I'm sure all of the BadDad fans are out there trying to figure out how they're going to get their BadDad cosplays ready right now.
Yes, and I imagine the lines, all those dad heads waiting in line at a booth potentially. I mean, I'd imagine not wanting to be anywhere else in that convention.
Yes, no, I can imagine the rest of the convention center pretty much being a ghost town as long as BadDad is there.
Absolutely. But luckily for us, we don't have long lines here, because it looks like BadDad's ready for his first match of the night, Team Rumble, and we have center row seats. Let's get down to that arena floor.
Let's do it.
All right, what's up, ballers? BadDad in the house. We got a lot going on. We're going to do another round of Team Rumble, this time by myself without the unfortunate situation we had last week with Thomas. I'm going to show you how it actually should be played without the distractions. So, some people thought that was exciting. It's not really my style, but I'm going to do it because, and I'm going to do it now today as Peely, the character, the lovable banana character.
Yes, I was going to say, we already see he's made a very interesting choice as character. It's a very vibrant color.
I do like this game.
Doesn't Nintendo
what I do like about this
really go with the DadStrat?
No, it doesn't. DadStrat usually emphasizes the quiet, the subdued, that which would benefit a player like BadDad even more in terms of not wanting to be seen by an enemy player. But yes, as we can see,
he's now flying down.
He's a bright yellow character, a banana with a superhero cape that looks to have been crafted by a 5-year-old, maybe.
What I want to get some nasty stuff.
And
what is this place? I've never been.
He also did not stay in the air at all. He dove right down.
He did, Myrtle. He dove right down to the ground. Something we really have not seen BadDad do, except perhaps pursue that Thomas person from last episode.
Oh, no,
yes. This is, I gotta say, this is getting me quite excited. Maybe we'll see more action than we're used to seeing from the DadStrat.
Absolutely. Perhaps we
technical difficulties, right?
Might even be unfortunate enough to not see the DadStrat. Something that he's obviously most well known for. But who knows?
Oh, there we go. All right, now I got it. I'm hearing it.
Alright, so it looks like BadDad had some technical difficulties there for a second.
I need one of those binaural. Okay, I need one of those binaural RLs.
He's getting it all solved.
I've never let you down. Okay, so as you can see here, this rather juvenile marshmallow I'm not getting the kind of guns I was hoping I was going to get for this round.
Commenting on
Alright,
the
so
gun
gather
rarities
mats.
that he's coming across right now. He
This,
does have an
marshmallow.
SMG, he does have an assault rifle,
He's,
both weapons
he's a
that
DJ.
he does
For the
not
kids out
mind,
there who
but
don't know.
as we saw in last episode, he did seem to
you
access
stealing my thunder, fool?
even the orange or the gold weapons, almost immediately in Team Rumble.
I guess this is more colorful for the kids. They like to have the loud.
Perhaps he's
shiny
running
objects.
into a bit of bad luck, as we can see here. Also, 2 other green weapons.
Still better than Apex. Whatever you want to throw.
Can't
at
help but notice that he has those shield
Yeah.
potions in his inventory and has yet to use them.
That's right.
Yeah,
he
you notice
is
that if
modifying
you're
the
aficionado
order
of my,
of the weapons
stream,
that he
you'll know
has
that
right now.
I always put an AR
But yes,
first,
as you just
shotty
mentioned,
second,
he has yet
and then
to
a mini whatever
drink
I
any
get,
of that shield
third
juice.
place. That's to keep it real, folks. That's how I play. That's how I do. What's that do?
So for
Let's
those
get
of you
it!
out there who aren't familiar,
here.
Team
Oh,
Rumble
we got some
usually pits
rocket.
20
Look at the
players
rocket.
against 20 other players. And as we can see, the goal is 100. You can see that in the
Look at
right-hand
that body
corner of
of
the
this
screen
thing.
there.
This is disgusting.
And as of right now, it's 1 to
But I
2
guess
with
it's what all the kids are
Bad
playing
Dad's
with.
team
Let's
down
get it.
1.
Let's get it.
But hopefully
Yeet.
once Bad Dad reaches some opponents, he will begin to turn that tide.
Boom.
Yes, we will see. He is
Got a lot
currently
going on, guys, in my life
closest
right
thing
now,
we've seen to the
so-
DadStrat so far is he is
Latest
very
couple
vigorously
things that
gathering
happened
materials.
recently, it's kind of been
Looking forward to seeing him
hard
use
on
those
me, I'm not
materials
gonna lie,
in
my stomach's
some
been
some
upset,
structures
and
that he
I've
might
had
build
some
to
issues,
help
so-
his team out.
can't quite go to the
Absolutely,
doctor yet
Myrtle.
because they don't have a medical
Although
plan in place.
gathering
but that's okay.
resources
I'm
isn't
sure it's gonna be fine. It's like all my
explicitly
problems,
part of
if I
the
ignore it long enough, it
DadStrat
just
per
goes away.
se, we do know that Bad Dad is a fan of gathering
Gotta get in that
plentiful
circle.
resources. And,
Get that
and yes,
circle.
I'm excited
Well,
to
might as well
see
do this.
what kind of structures he builds and when
Get a little
he's
drinky drink.
facing down
Speaking
his
of that,
opponents.
8-ball energy drink's going to give me the energy to get through this game.
Commenting on one of
Ooh,
our
tastes like,
sponsors,
carrots.
8-Ball Energy, which,
Beets, something. I
if
don't
anyone
think
saw
so. It's
last
fruit, though. I'm
episode,
not
is
sure about
is
this.
still not for Loco.
It's good. Gives me the Oh, I can't say that. It doesn't give me the. Yeah, it gives me the energy to get through a powerful round of Fortnite. Hashtag BadDadatFortnit. Gathering up those
Continuing
materials.
to gather his resources.
All right, let's get to
The
fighting.
score is
That's what you guys
5 to
wanna
5
see.
right now.
That's why we're playing Team Rumble, so I can get to fighting. This is not a solo match.
So
Where's
Bad Dad's team is
where I am
tied
a
it up
specialist.
then.
This is
Then
just
hopefully
me
once
playing
he
like
gets
a-
in, he'll help them take a
Dressed
strong
like an idiot
lead.
playing an idiot's game. That's
Indeed.
all right.
Okay, so
Really hoping to
Bad
get some
Dad
better guns,
acknowledging
that's okay.
perhaps the fool's errand of
That's okay.
taking a character skin like this.
All right, we're approaching this house
But
here.
but
so-
hopefully he still performs well. I'm sure
here?
he will.
As am I, John.
None of this stuff is useful. Let's go.
Yes, more
Let's
and
go!
more green weapons. Perhaps someone has been through here already,
Let's
having
get it!
taken the
Why is no
weapons
one
of
got the
higher
boxer?
rarity. But as we can see here, Bad Dad moving towards a ramp, what looks to be
Stomach
an
issues.
allies ramp.
Oh,
And
there's some gunshots.
There has been, and a supply crate.
There we go. Hopefully he'll get some good weapons there. Oh, there's the legend. Oh,
the
his
logo of the-
teammate.
All right, that was a minigun, but yes, a teammate did pick that up.
8-ball energy drink. It, what's it do again? Not for the faint of hearts. Which is true.
That's right, 8-Ball's tagline right there.
That is
Not
true.
for the faint of heart.
Oh, you kidding me? Someone wants
Which
to
might
tacky.
include me. I'm usually a fizzy
Now
water
we're getting
fan
in the game,
myself.
y'all.
Oh,
Now
there's
we're gonna
there's
get
one of the rare guns right there.
That's right. Although we have not seen Bad Dad use many
Sharon,
pistols,
if you're out there, I want you to
he
know I'll be
has
by to
picked
get
one
my
up if he
stuff.
has no other option.
As soon as we're given a chance. So
But
text
yeah,
me.
he's clearly not choosing to pick that up right now. Instead, he's going
I ain't
for
getting
more
in the fight. That's
materials.
what you guys paid
He's
big money to see. Let's
amassing
do
quite
it.
the collection of wood right now.
Where are all those
612
cowardly
wood.
enemies?
I'm sure that will come in. That'll come
Gonna get me
in very
some
handy
kills.
later on.
Me got the taste for blood. Okay, here's someone coming in.
And
Here comes
hopefully
the fool.
pretty soon. As we can see, about 45 seconds left until that
You're gonna
storm
die!
closes in on that circle. BadDad is in the circle right now, so he's safe from that. But yeah, it looks like he's getting further
some
into
Tim
that
Sweeney.
circle. More like
And we see an enemy player.
Hey, Holzer!
We're about to see some BadDad action right here.
That's right. BadDad trying to help his teammate who just got killed. All right, letting off 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many rounds of shotgun.
Okay, that's right.
Ooh,
You respawn in this game.
that's unfortunate. We hate to see
This is
BadDad
all
go
about
down like
adrenaline
that.
in this game.
But
Much like
in
8
Team
Ball,
Rumble,
energy drink.
he does have the ability to respawn.
Not to
So,
the St. Hearts.
and as we saw last episode,
Let's
BadDad
get it!
is more than capable of dishing out as much punishment as
Where
he
we
just
going? Where we
received.
going?
Yes.
All right, floating down to the ground with his victory palm leaf.
I also poured myself a anonymous foul. Unwrap the mystery.
Okay,
Oh,
so
there he is. He's
Got a hit!
trying to assist his teammate.
that's right. He did get one hit there.
Did get one hit.
Oh, but
does
he just
not-
received a hit himself, and it looked like he was
Yes.
firing at his own teammate.
Now
Oh,
it's time for
all right. So
long day.
BadDad goes down for a
pour yourself
second
an
time.
anonymous foul.
Again, unfortunate. But at least he got a hit on an opponent, probably getting an assist. I would imagine.
But yes.
Come on now, bring it! Bring it on! Why do I only have 11 bullets? Oh, sorry, I wasted them, didn't I?
All right, his allies are firing. It's an enemy player right there.
Yes.
Give me
Let's
them
see.
bullets.
Let's see
Come on, now,
how
give me
he.
bullets. Those aren't the bullets I need, though. I need a shotgun.
He took
shells.
the long way down. I'm sure.
Gotta give me
Yes.
some shotgun
Yeah,
shells.
And
Instead of-
decided
instead
to
of
go
going
ahead and gather some ammo instead of turning around towards that enemy there.
Come on, who's shooting me?
There's people behind him.
Taking
Let's see if he
some
takes.
fire.
Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick.
And BadDad
right.
goes down
Guys are
again.
hackers
Okay,
in this
all right.
in this version of the game. Gotta get me that kills. That's what I'm getting here for. Getting them kills. For them thrills. Hashtag kills for thrills. Speaking of hackers, I do have 2 epic records.
So
As
he
you know.
has. Hopefully he'll
Longest,
start building something
highest
soon. I'm
seed
sure that would
done. Oh,
help his survivability in these situations.
Oh, absolutely.
where is everybody? That's hard to see everybody. Doesn't help that the lights are right in my eyes.
Yes,
I can't,
he's
I
certainly.
got 62 on him.
Ooh. Folks, it looks like BadDad
This is a good
being
game.
a bit of a enemy fire magnet in this round.
he's gonna get him a kill.
Which is
I know
odd.
it.
It's odd to see.
Not,
You know,
help that he's a
he is the
bright
person
yellow
I would
object.
target first. Also, if I was playing against him.
If
weird
if I was an
nominees.
enemy and I knew BadDad was
at
in the
these.
game, I would perceive him as probably the greatest threat in that match,
Dead,
and
lifeless
would
eyes.
want to prioritize his elimination above anyone else's. All right,
Where's the
taking
fighting?
off of that launching pad.
Everybody's kung fu fighting tonight. Oh, there he is, this guy. All right, you want to die?
All right,
get it.
finding an enemy,
Don't mind if
trying
I do.
to flank him.
I gotta get up this hill, don't I?
All right, having a little trouble getting up that hill.
Because it's easy for everyone to see me because I'm bright yellow, and I can't see them because they're dark colors, but because they're smart. Because they use some sense.
Not only is Peely bright yellow, but he has that cape on him.
We know
It's
I'm capable of
it's
killing
very
each other.
very noticeable, to say the least.
All right, BadDad popping
This is
off
just
2
madness.
rounds.
This is mad chaos.
Certainly is, and we can see the score
Someone trying to shoot me with an
fairly
arrow.
close.
Oh, he's
BadDad.
heading
Oh,
towards
and
2
they did.
enemies.
They
Oh,
succeeded. Okay.
Okay,
they,
all right.
they got off. It seemed like a lucky shot. Perhaps there are some hackers in this game, like
There might
he
be,
mentioned before.
as we saw there, that was an arrow that hit BadDad, and to those players familiar with the bow and arrow, there is no targeting reticle, so that player probably maybe had aimbot.
The house always wins.
Oh, we got another.
There's nothing inherently special
Read.
about a mouse. It lets you point. It lets you click. Other brands will toss on more bells and whistles, but putting more bells and whistles on a mouse will only slow it down, making it easier for other predators to devour. You need something more precise, agile and focused, including Introducing the house mouse. A simple solution to modern problems. The house mouse. The house always wins. You good with that?
All right, one of the shorter ads.
Yes, that's a interesting choice for a sponsorship.
It's kind of funny because I don't actually use a mouse. I play Xbox, but that's cool. I'm glad they wanted to sponsor me.
Okay, he's flying down near a supply drop.
Oh, this is the gun I wanted.
Oh, there we go. He's finally got a
now I'm gonna
weapon
get
of
some
good
kills.
quality.
For y'all's threels.
It's refreshing to see a
Healy is
legendary
rock,
weapon now
Like
instead
the
of
corruption that's
all
going on in the
commons.
world.
Yes.
Healy represents
hopefully
modern
it'll help
capitalism, in my opinion.
help him finally get into the action and
Capitalism is designed for
maybe
psychopaths. Just think about it.
give him enough
rewards
firepower
psychopathic
to have a chance to build
Therefore,
some of
it's
these
probably
structures
invented
that I've
by
been excited to
psychopaths,
see.
which were actually demons in ancient times. And they called themselves the gods. It's like Zeus and Odin, same guy, or same
You might
entity,
be referencing a book.
psychopath demon. Why am I not running? Come on now,
I
gotta
know
find someone to
there
kill.
are plenty of demons in
Whoever has a
various
rocket.
books.
This game's gonna end. Oh, okay.
Kind of like
Oh.
angels and demons.
So
But
we-
that wraps up
That's
the end
Didn't get
of
killed.
this chapter because we see actually BadDad's team did win. So
they did.
And there's people I could have killed up there.
So maybe BadDad, by being such a
okay.
threat perceived by the other team, maybe he basically took the heat,
Yes,
took
he
the attention.
absorbed the fire, allowed his teammates to have more time to act.
Should we go back to
and,
solo?
aim and get better shots off.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was BadDad putting his body out there on the line, just kind of taking one for the team right there, and that was a noble effort.
Yes,
I would say,
yes.
taking those 5 deaths in stride, as well as getting that ad read done fairly professionally, I might add.
In mid-combat.
That's right. That's right. That's dedication, folks. And so yeah, it looks like actually BadDad is Oh, okay. So we might not have a next round right now. Instead, we have something a little special planned for BadDad. So why don't we take a look? All right, BadDad. We're gonna do something a little different.
I'm not in the game yet.
Well, we're gonna do a little fan mail.
What?
People want to see like unboxing, reading fan mail.
Physical mail?
Yeah.
Don't we have people coming on the
All right,
street?
it seems like BadDad's a little surprised, but he does have some fan mail coming his way, so I can't wait to hear what BadDad's fans have to say to him.
Yes, this
Okay,
is
kids,
going
we're
to be
gonna
the
read a
first
little fan mail.
real interaction he has with his
It's like
fans,
it's the
isn't it?
1950s
Yes, it is, Myrtle.
Roy Rogers show. So we got very colorful. This seems like a nice. And then we have one here that's a little more. Got an address and everything on it. So let's go ahead and open our first one and let's see what happens. There's no return address, so I don't know. Dear BadDad, I saw you break the record. It was really cool. When I grow up, I want to play games just how you did.
All right, so it seems like
I watch
this
Twitch all the
fan
time,
mail
and
letter
you are the
appears
best
to have
one.
come from a younger
Nice.
audience member.
You
Yes,
talk about my
their
uncle.
grammar
Like my
definitely.
uncle. He plays lots
could
of
use some
video games
improvement.
too. My mom says that is not a job. Oh. Is she right? What? No. Okay, sorry. I'm going to finish your thing and I'm not going to get offended. My mom says that is not a job. Is she right or is she wrong?
I
By
personally
Jimmy.
think that
Body.
BadDad's profession
P.S. Could you also play
is
maybe
definitely
Apex
a job.
Legends?
Not only does he demonstrate strategies that no other Fortnite streamer
Sorry, Jimmy, you're probably just a
presents,
kid, and I
but
was
he
overreacting.
breaks world records at the same time.
Yes, and
First of all, Jimmy, tell your mom that when you get paid for something, no matter what it is, it's a job. And it's like saying that, ask Brad Pitt if acting's a job. Throw that out there. or Tom Hanks, and then ask your mom, "Hey, mom, how much do you make off of being a mom? Is that a job?" I'm sorry, I can't even. So I think I. Can you also play maybe Apex Legends? And Jimmy, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hard no on that. But I'm sorry, but that is not. It's not what I do.
Okay.
I don't play Apex Legends. I play Fortnite. I'm loyal to Fortnite.
So a young Jimmy Thurbity,
job.
maybe wanting BadDad to play some Apex
Jimmy,
Legends, changing
let me explain
things
something
up.
to you about how capitalism works. Capitalism, and I was just saying this, is ironic that your mom brings it up, but capitalism is designed for psychopaths, okay? So you tell your mom if she's all worried about, fitting into this capitalistic society, then she's also supporting psychopaths. So something to think about, Jimmy. And in about 10 years, and by the year 2030, there's not going to be jobs for people. All these people are going to be out of jobs. Truck drivers, everything's going to be automated. Once 5G comes out, and they have satellites on street corners, and they have satellites in your bedroom, and they have satellites
if BadDad's sharing some personal
under your house,
beliefs about
because it's going to be such
the
a powerful
future
network, and
of
AR is
society
going
in
to take
general.
over everything. The
He
humans
sounds
are going to
fairly
not have
progressive,
jobs.
if
So
not,
guess what?
I don't know, futurist. Maybe
You're
is
going to
the
grow up in
correct
a world
word.
where there's no jobs. So,
But his
luck on
mind isn't just in the moment, isn't
this
just
seems like
concerned
probably
about
from someone a little
DadStrat
older.
24/7, but he's worried about
cursive
mankind at large, it sounds
Good
like.
to know that's still in the thing. It's quite a long one. Okay. Dear BadDad at Fortnite, I am taking the time to write to you so that I may communicate to you the following. A couple of weeks ago, I overheard my son when he was speaking with his friends. They were just finishing up with their homework when one of them came up with the suggestion of watching streamers. My son seemed immediately interested and promptly spoke aloud your name. A lot of kids are speaking my name, but okay. He said it with an air of pride and
I'm not sure if you caught this, Myrtle,
eagerness
but this individual, I
such a
believe,
degree that
wrote
I
in
thought
cursive.
it's
so,
prudent to educate myself on
maybe
just
on
what
top of
or
that,
who
his
my son
sloppy
is watching
handwriting,
on the
who knows?
internet.
That's the
So I
reason why
typed your
BadDad
name
is
into my
perhaps
search engine
stumbling
of
through
choice, and can you guess what some of the results were? Don't worry, I'll tell you. Thanks. There was one result that specifically caught my eye, titled BadDad Fortnite is a Racist. Do we know about this?
Well, folks, if you recall, BadDad
apologize.
did apologize officially in an official capacity.
But I'm not the
in the
one
beginning
to be
of one
quick to
earlier
judge.
episode.
So not only did I watch the
so
video with the
that's been taken
clickbait
care
title,
of.
Yes,
That's out of the way.
I'm sure
but I
this
took
concerned parent
the
just has
time
not
out of
seen
my
the
evening
apology
to watch
video.
that specific episode in its entirety. A little shaky from the eight ball. To say that I was unhappy when I discovered the unadulterated section of racist ignorance, would be an understatement. If it must be stated, I have barred my son from watching your filth. Oh, geez. I hope your brainless audience soon finds Raven.
Folks, I'm sure I don't have to say this.
Finds haven from your
BadDad at
toxic
Fortnite obviously
rhetoric,
isn't filth.
your insufferable personality, and your sleep-inducing strategy.
And BadDad is far from insufferable.
Who is this person? Actually, that might be your one saving grace, having discovered an indubitable cure for insomnia. Congratulations. I would attempt to insult you more, but I fear you'd fail to comprehend the majority of my utterances. With sincerity, T and N. P.S. Despite your limited intellectual capabilities. I hope you are able to come to the
Alright, so
logical conclusion that Apex
turned out to not
Legends
be very much of
Are you
a fan.
serious? Is a better game.
Unfortunately for all of us.
I feel like somebody dropped the ball.
Dear
Maybe these
T
should have
and
been
N,
screened
whatever
before.
that stands for, I can't imagine.
Well, as we saw, the envelope was still closed, so I'd
I would like to
imagine
invite you
this was
to
to be
slowly
a
but
genuine
surely go
moment.
fuck yourself.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I hope they bleeped that out. I'm sorry. That was absolutely unnecessary.
I'm sure Marty was right there on the key.
yes.
So, team, you're probably not even
understandable.
watching. So, unless
Bad
you're
Dad's
such a
getting
glory
emotional.
hound that you need
Yeah,
to see your
yeah,
name
of
said
course.
on a popular stream, here's what I think of your opinions. Oh, bye-bye. You suck. You
Alright, so
absolutely
Bad
piece of
Dad's just
garbage, human being.
illustrating his
It's your opinions.
aggravation, perhaps, towards
That's
this
about it. Okay.
non-fan, this critic. Baseless in his allegations,
mail this back to
basically.
you.
Bad Dad has grown from
With a turd inside here.
being a
A
racist.
human turd. My human turd. I made a bunch of corn and asparagus and some burritos the night before. And then I'm going to poop in here. Seal it back up because you put your return address, you dummy. And I'm going to send it to you. And then you can have it.
I feel like that. High emotions or not, I feel like that might be a bit excessive.
Perhaps that might not be strictly legal. You never know. But I'm sure once maybe that 8-ball is out of his system, he might think the better of that.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess that wraps up the fan mail segment. I guess there wasn't a third letter yet, or perhaps we just don't have time for it.
Yes.
I'm sure there are stacks of fan mail letters, and positive ones at that.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure the U.S. Postal Service is quite stressed dealing with the amount of fan mail that the fans are trying to get to him.
Absolutely. I'd imagine the exact same thing, Myrtle. But now I don't have to imagine Bad Dad jumping into a second round of Team Rumble. Aren't we lucky? So why don't we get down to that arena floor?
All right, we're going to try this again. After some really disturbing things. Price of celebrity. You get a lot of nut jobs out there stalking you, sending you letters, crazy stuff with threats and crap about Apex Legends. Woo, I'm riding a weird little balance between the 8-ball energy
I'd
drink
just
and
like
the
to share to our audience members out there
Foul.
that Bad Dad does appreciate the
foul,
fan mail.
Not for the faint of heart. Or
There
is
were
that-
some
am I
real
mixing
nice
those now at
thoughts
this point?
shared
Yeah,
by
which is
Jimmy.
what I'm doing in my body.
Aside from
Get it?
Bad Dad's reaction about the Apex Legend, but keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming.
Marty, you get it? All right, let's get it! Yeet! Let's go! Let's go, boy!
Round
Dang!
of Team Rumble, and
Right, wait,
Bad
wait.
Dad's still sticking with that Peely.
Let's go Snobby. I know Snobby. Snobby and I are old friends. He's a yellow harbinger of death, Mr. Peely. Bringing his
He's staying in the air
tropical thunder
more
down
than last
everyone.
time.
Yeah, yes.
Perhaps we'll see a more traditional approach to the
He has
DadStrat
the
these rounds.
We might be lucky enough to see
stickers
this.
on him. Say he's fresh. He's fresh now. Wait till the end of this game. Ain't gonna be so fresh. Trust me, Peely, I know how you feel, buddy. I know exactly how you feel. Yeah, after dealing with Thomas, I feel like I've just lost my will to live.
Bad Dad referencing last episode, the duos stream.
Yes, that was an unfortunate event that happened.
It really
Why
was,
would they give you
especially
bushes in
the
this?
end.
No one wants a bush camp.
Thomas interrupting
in
that
this
flawless round of
kinda
solo
like to see someone try to
that
bush
Bad
camp.
Dad was delivering for all his dad heads out there.
Even I'm a...
Can't help but notice that that BadDad completely ignored the bush.
What's the point of
That's
anything?
right.
You ever wonder about that?
Although
Like, what's the point
BadDad
of
is a fan of stealth, he doesn't seem to
anything.
enjoy using the bushes as much. So he just bypassed that, and bushes are less effective in Team Rumble. You know, BadDad's gonna want to put up some points for his team, or perhaps use himself as a meat shield
Thomas brought
for
up
the
a
rest
kind
of
of
his
an
team, like he did
not an
last
interesting point at all,
round.
an ignorant point last week on my stream, and he pirated and took over. He mentioned that I'm a fan of Amaranth for her, and I have a feet fetish about her. That is absolutely not true. The producers suggested I follow Amaranth around and like her stream and follow her around a little bit. That was all. Has nothing to do with any foot fetish. So I would like to, completely. Why don't I have a gun? This is stupid.
Okay, so BadDad commenting on not only
Tim
some
Sweeney, are you mad at
baseless
me? Why are you
foot
giving me this?
fetish allegations, but also that he doesn't have a gun, which
never
is
messed me
interesting
back,
because I'm
and
fairly certain.
Now you give
He's
me
passed
this.
quite a few.
You put no guns in Snobby?
Granted, as you mentioned before, some of
You
them
know
were
I go to
pistols.
Snobby.
You've mentioned
This
he
is
does
my
not like the
go-to place.
pistols.
Love me some Snobby.
He loathes the infantry rifle. I know that. So perhaps
There's some good stuff up here.
Maybe he has better luck in this one.
Here gets neck. And no, nothing good. My God, I'm
Right,
so
that was a
irritated by this game
purple
right
scoped revolver. And like you just mentioned, he's not the biggest fan of pistols, but we actually have seen him use the scoped revolver in the past to some success.
So there we go. We finally, and it is of legendary quality.
now. Tim, I get 2 records for you, and this is how you treat me?
Although he does not seem as excited as I would think he would be about finding that so early on in the game.
You're right, Myrtle. It's still 1 to
go.
3.
Let's go, let's
BadDad's
get
team
it!
Is down, but only by 2. But now he does have a legendary compact
You think I
SMG.
get some good guns?
There,
Come on,
there's
man.
a large shield
Give
potion.
me a break.
Shield juice. He ignored it though.
He did. Okay, so perhaps he's going in a little headstrong. Maybe that some of those negative comments
thinking,
from
why am I
the
gathering mats
fan
and not
mail
solo?
is maybe tossing him off his
And this
his
stupid
normal
version
game.
of this
I couldn't say.
Big yellow. Oh, look, I'm falling apart. I'm peeling.
I can only speculate, and BadDad once again
it's
sharing
disgusting.
kind of going into his general mood right now, which appears to be a sort of
look at his-
malaise.
He's like that rotten,
Oh wow! Thought he was about to build something.
banana you forgot about in your back seat of your car because it fell in between out of the grocery sack, and then it's underneath your seat for like
Are
2 weeks.
you a big fan of
but then you're like
the
super
building
hungry and
aspect
don't
of
have any money,
Fortnite?
so you eat it anyway, and
Yes. In
thing you know,
my
you're
free time, my hobby, I play lots of the creative
retching
games
on the toilet,
where building is
hands
the
on
main
the knees,
aspect.
bowing
That's
to the porcelain
that's why I
god.
started playing Fortnite, because I heard it has that building aspect.
Been
and,
there,
it is-
done that.
It is really a
No
game changer
thanks.
for battle royale type games.
Right. And hopefully we can see some of that during this round. All right, coming across another chest.
Legendary
Okay,
shotgun.
yeah, we got a shoddy. I can work with that shoddy. Gonna work with the shoddy. Because you know my catchphrase, Gotti with the shoddy.
Right, so he has 2 half pots of shield, but
He hot patched it. Tim probably
yeah.
was
Still
watching
hasn't-
it. He hot
still hasn't
patched it.
used
That's
that.
probably what
He
happened.
did.
Thanks,
He did
Tim.
grab a mushroom,
Love you,
so he does
Tim
have 5
Bones.
shield.
Tim Bones, Tim
which I
Bones,
suppose is better
Tim
than nothing.
Bones.
Yes.
We got nicknames for each other. It's kind of a thing. Goofy, but
All right, so his first weapon, heavy assault rifle. Second is that shotgun there. It looks kind of like a spaz, perhaps, and then that compact SMG,
Peely be
which,
gross.
of which he has plenty of
Peely
ammo
gross.
for.
What's this? Oh, I don't want to clean your. If I had a better, I see, I have 2 gold. I have Golden Pump, and I have a and I'm in the battlefield right now. We got to get that kill. Gots to get me that kill,
BadDad
yield.
feeling the pressure of
Feel?
wanting to deliver
know.
some violence
I
to
don't
the
know.
masses.
All right, let's find someone to kill.
Yes, you could definitely tell his adrenaline is
Oh, here-
definitely
that's
pumping
not
right now.
I'm time for that.
It sure
Or do
is.
I?
It might be because of
That's
the
way
A
too
ball.
far up there.
Oh, an enemy player.
An enemy. He
Really?
decided to stick with.
What? How many times did I shoot this guy?
Actually,
Yes, I believe he landed 2
What a
hits there
wreck.
and
He's a
was
hacker.
unable to land any
Spitting all
additional
over the
ones.
place.
He was using that heavy assault rifle.
yes. Instead of the shotgun, which generally are the weapons you like to use in close range.
Exactly.
Oh, who's shooting him in the air?
Yeah,
Weak.
perhaps that player was a hacker. We can't say for sure, of course.
But now we can see why he has not used
Look
those
at-
shield
look at his
potions
back,
yet,
like,
because that
feel
would have
his
been a
back
waste of
is
shield.
brown
He
and
was probably trying to gauge the state of this game and how many.
I should have had
How
that
many
kill.
hackers there
I'm
were
real
in it.
confused.
Yes, demonstrating how much of a strategist he really
Real
is.
confused why I didn't get to kill that guy. Don't make a lick of sizzants. Let's get it.
BadDad is pumped.
Come on.
Some allies
Where's my
building.
enemy?
Yes, we
When I
see some
need
building
them.
going on over there. Perhaps there's. There's. I don't quite know what he's shooting at.
Perhaps he has more
Ah,
of
come
an
on,
eagle
let's go to
eyesight
Tilted.
than
Let's
we
go
do.
to I mean, let's go to Tilted and fight.
Although the heavy assault rifle, not the most accurate at a distance, but the best option that he has right now.
And you look at him. He looks like a toddler who just pooped his onesie. I make purpose. Where's the enemy? When I need to kill
BadDad
somebody.
commenting on the general
These attention
design
seekers.
of Peely. I'm not sure if I completely agree with his take, but potassium is good for you.
Oh, he's taking some fire.
He is.
He's sticking with that heavy assault rifle.
We can
and it-
see right there he was double teamed,
Yes, yes.
completely at a
Guys,
disadvantage.
gotta be kidding me.
That was unfortunate, but his team is up right now.
Yes, they are up. It is a close match,
They go
but
Tilted, don't they? Let's see what- Tilted pretty much the theater.
I'm sure that's just because, again, BadDad really has not had a moment to shine yet.
I wish
Absolutely.
I had a better AR. That's the problem. You fight with a horrible AR.
Yes, BadDad commenting on how
Look at
he
him,
does
man. He looks
not
like he's gonna sag off
particularly
of him.
like the heavy assault rifle.
Disgusting.
Hopefully he can find a replacement for that
Putrid.
soon.
Yes.
Banana that's just.
At least, oh, here we go again.
Another enemy.
Oh, he switched to the shotgun. Let's see.
I believe he got off
He's
2
trying
shots,
to-
but
Oh,
Oh, I had him in the head.
alright, that's BadDad's 3rd death of the round.
third death.
Tim, what he did, he gave me a couple gold guns, and now he wants to mess with me. Tim, you know this is not how I play, man. This is not my game. Don't be an idiot.
That's right. Team
Who we
Rumble is
think,
not
Tim?
what BadDad is famous for.
No, he's known for the solo play.
That's right. He is a lone wolf, or would be a lone banana, as it were.
Oh, there's some enemy contact right there. He's
right.
trying to take down their structure.
Come on.
But instead, the enemy
That's
took
the problem
him
of this
down
game. It's just
first.
chaos.
Yes,
No, there's no
yes.
strategy at all in this. There's absolutely zero strategy. It's like anybody can get lucky to shoot you.
Yes, BadDad commenting on how there is a lack of general strategy in Team Rumble. It's more like just dive in head first, find the nearest target, and just spray wildly at it with bullets. Just staying here on this plateau, this top of this hill.
We love
and
America.
He appears to be taking some fire.
And here he is. He's building.
Gotta build a
He
fort,
is
so I
something
can
we
use ad.
haven't seen much of,
We got a
so
new sponsor.
this should be good.
Yes, yes.
If only we
Seems
could
to
hear him.
Be boxing himself in.
All right.
Oh, there.
Oh, nope.
Look
I
at
got to
that!
be a kill,
BadDad
y'all.
with a kill. An
Thanks for jumping
expertly
in.
placed shotgun shot
No
to the head.
hesitation, and he got it. He
Right.
helped.
Myrtle,
This
that
was-
was so fast, that was instinctual.
Yes,
Got me a kill.
yes.
I don't think that could be
You love
denied.
America
That
for
was,
so
that was
many
pretty
reasons.
incredible
but you don't
Would've
know
stuff.
how
noticed it
to
if you
show
blinked
it.
at the wrong
Then one day you
Yes,
stumble in your local
always
vape
the
shop.
consummate professional.
Vape shop.
BadDad
What, you
knew
do
he
vapes?
had to do an ad read,
My kids are
wanted
vapes,
to do an ad read, and so he just
Seriously?
dealt with that opponent and tossed him
And you see
aside like
Bald
so much
Eagle
trash.
Wait, and you see Bald Eagle Vape Tech, and you start to swell with pride with 4 glory-seeking 18650s You've got more cloud chasing power than you need to start a Detroit muscle car. That's a lot of, okay. So what's in the tank? Only the most honorable atomizer a discriminating American could ask for, along with Bald Eagle trademark E-Liquid, a heroically flavored vape juice with enough float-coating vitamin-infused PG and VG to satisfy an entire Minutemen militia. The Box Mod's brave, independent, liberty-infused design demands. I don't even know what these stuff. What does this mean? God, okay. Demands that you pledge your total allegiance on the spot. You have the right to bear vape, so stand up and make a difference. Put your trust in Bald Eagle Vape Tech. Patriotism burns in your heart, so why not show it by burning a Bald Eagle? We salute those who vape responsibly.
Okay, so the round appears to be close to wrapping up.
Where is it? I got me a kill, though. Where is everybody? I'm going the wrong way. That's fine. All right.
Oh, and BadDad has found another player.
Kill,
Go.
y'all!
2 kills.
What's up, killer?
2 kills, and
it
right
was-
at the last second.
Yes.
Hope you got your violence.
Okay, so what we just saw there, that last kill, is something interesting. He didn't put exactly the last amount of
Brought to you by
damage
BadDadatFortnit.
on that enemy.
Hashtag DadStrat.
Instead, he came out of his fort, which we were lucky
Eight-ball
enough to
energy.
see
Yes.
him build.
Very, very glad that I got to witness that.
Yeah, and so
Also,
beyond
donate
just defending his
$75
own
or more,
fort with that
you could be
initial
drinking
shotgun
8-ball
blast to the
energy
head,
drink out of the
BadDad came out
mug.
of his fort, saw another enemy player
wake you up in the
having
morning,
built
coffee.
something,
Oh, you're old
and decided to
and
take
boring?
down
Or do you want 8-ball
that
energy
structure's
drink?
foundation. And because of that, that player died when they hit the ground. Just unbelievable strategy right there. Instead of wasting bullets trying to hit their body, their hitbox.
It shows that he really has a mind for the game.
Exactly. He knew that round was winding down, and he just let gravity do the rest. All right, after that exciting round 2 of Team Rumble, where we got to see BadDad deliver some blows himself, that brings us, Myrtle, to halftime. So why don't you say we take a closer look at some halftime DadStat? After a word from our sponsors, of course.
BadDad at Fortnite is brought to you by Theateresque, bringing you nothing but the best.
We're talking about Apex now? What do you mean? Like, why do I think it's an inferior game and it's boring and it's pointless and it's distracting from the fact that Fortnite is the best game? Well, it's really brown. Like the tone, they force you to go in a squad. That's not DadStrat. You can't even use DadStrat. You can't use strategy. You got a jump leader, from what I've seen, and this jack-a-hole. It decides where you go, and usually they're idiots who jump right down in the crowd with everybody else, and you're stuck there trying to find guns like frantic, like you might as well go to Tilted Towers. It's the same thing. It's an idiot mentality. It's the herd. It's a first-person game, so you're just supposed to guess what you look like, I guess. So what's the point of having characters? You might as well just be your dumb face up there, because it's not supposed to look like it's like, I don't know. And plus, it's just such a ripoff of Fortnite. It's like, why play a ripoff? Why be, you had, Boys to Men. Why do you need NSYNC? What's the point? Is my point. It's just a distraction. What I also hate about it is that you cannot deploy your shoot right away and do any kind of tactical reasoning. I mean, you just let's all fly down there like a bunch of. No, they used to put the dumbest people on the front lines because they know, well, they'll just charge in there and we'll get this started. And the generals and the smart people in the back who finished the war. These idiots all get killed on the battlefield. That's what Apex Legends is. It's all frontline BS, if you want to know my opinion. And it's really brown, too. But again, I hate the colors. There's no, like, Santa Claus guys. There's nothing. While this is a physical, like, I'm living in the moment, like, I'm only responding to what's in front of me, Fortnite's a reflective thinking man's game. It's more zen. It's more, you know, the art of war, the Prince, Machiavelli. You know, are you guys familiar with that? Because it's all that. And so I refuse to ever play that game, ever. You know what it is? It takes itself so seriously that it's a joke, in my opinion. You know, you might as well do a bunch of drugs and just jump down and hope you're extreme sports in Apex every time. And that's all it is. That's all. I mean, it's bull.
Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best.
You come home after a long, hard day at the job. Work has been SSDD. Same story, different day. Nothing surprising, nothing new. But then you pour yourself a glass of anonymous foul and take that first sip. Wait a second, that taste. Familiar, comforting, but something you can't quite place. This calls for further investigation. Anonymous foul, a mystery worth exploring, again and again. Please drink responsibly.
Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best.
Are you tired of unexciting headphones? You know, the kind that's fine for a night or two, but inevitably leaves you unsatisfied? Leave the monotony behind and get by with binaural oral. Headphones so titillating. They're downright indecent. A sleek, attractive, hard metal body wrapped in a luscious, form-fitting leather that practically begs for your touch, providing you with an intimate level of oral pleasure you never want to end. Silky smooth cushions offer a sensuous embrace, while the ever-accommodating ear cups are more than ready to swallow ears of any size. Speaking of endurance, the 23-hour battery life is more than willing to last as long as you can. But should you tire it out, you bad boy, the quick charge feature lets you plunge back into the oral action without resting too long. With portable headphones so flexible and foldable, you can enjoy yourself in any daring or vanilla position you can imagine. Our advanced Apex 69mm crystal lattice polymer S3X driver fuels stimulating speakers that never come off dry and crude, due to a customizable equalizer that allows you to impregnate it with as many presets as you like. Tell me more. The immodestly stacked speakers are able to produce a vast sonic range. Be it wicked whispers that make your hair stand on end, throbbing low-end bass that pulses through your body, or the steamy mid-range response so savory your spine tingle. We even throw in a cleaning cloth just in case you make a mess. Clean it up. With such a swollen set of features and quality, there's only one option for the discerning headphone aficionado. Binaural oral, obscenely arousing.
The world needs a Fortnite champ, and you're the best dad for the job. Introducing the BadDadatFortnit action figurine.
Let's eat.
With 10 fun phrases and a maxed out inventory, you have everything you need to get top 10 and secure the dub.
Very good spot. Not complete garbage, but it's pretty much
Use the power of victory snacks to keep your sodium levels balanced.
righteous egg, bro. There I am, dominating the bus driver.
When the game is in danger, you can count on the DadStrat. Get kicked from the battle bus and rid the island of deadbeats.
Step 2 is deploy glider.
Another top 10, another dub for the BadDadatFortnit action figurine.
None of these games are going to count against my record.
Gosh, I'm tired. But what can I do? I'm not hungry, and I don't want water. That's just stupid. Wait! There's no time for a nap! I gotta get my daily stream in! Oh, I know. I'll check the refrigerator. What's this? 8-Ball Energy brand energy drink? Wow, what a taste! What a rush! I don't need food or sleep with this. I feel my blood pumping faster. I feel my muscles growing stronger. And I feel warmer! It's time to stream! Wow, I can see and hear everything so much more, too! This might even make me the best gamer in the world! 8-Ball Energy brand energy drink, not for the faint of heart.
Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best.
All right, and now that we're back from that short word from our sponsors, let's take a look at these halftime dad stats.
Let's do that, Joe.
And as we can see, the first round, Bad Dad's kills 0 and accuracy 1%.
Yes, but of those 2 hits that he did make, 50% of them were headshots.
That is an excellent observation there, Myrtle.
Yes, and he died 5 times this round, but as we know, that was to help take the heat off of his teammates so that they could get the kills, which ultimately led to them winning this round.
You're absolutely right. Yes, those 5 deaths and 0 kills on paper looks a little lackluster, but that point you made kind of spells it out for all of us. He basically carried the team to victory.
Yes.
Let's look at round 2.
So in round 2, Bad Dad had 2 kills. One was while he was trying to do that ad read in his structure, and it was a headshot from the shotgun.
That's right. That was exciting stuff.
Yes. Second one, right at the end of the game, possibly the one that led to the victory, he had the genius idea of destroying a structure and having the enemy player fall to his death.
Absolutely right. And that should wrap up the halftime dad stats. Now, typically we jump into Game 3 of Team Rumble right now, but instead we have yet another surprise for Bad Dad. This time it's not fan mail, but perhaps something just as personal. Let's let him take it away.
Yes, I'm sure this will be very exciting.
Man, oh.
We're live right now. I'm going to direct your attention to the monitor here. We got something
Monitor?
special for you. So go ahead.
What do you mean?
You'll see. It'll pop up here. The game will switch. You'll see. Just pay attention. I
Wait.
think you'll like it.
Hey, Bad Dad. Cousin Jim here. Of course, you know that if you're watching this video, but I just watched the latest episode last night, and I just can't believe that my cousin has a world record. You're a world record holder. I tell you, that's really something. It really is. And I wish I could be there to celebrate with you, but, well, I guess you must be real busy. So, real busy. So, anyway, we miss you. We all love you. Your kids, me and Aunt Joan, and we root for you every week. it's a pretty funny sight. We all gather around, and Aunt Joan just plumps herself right in front of that computer screen. Her face is glued to it. It's hilarious. And we send our love, and now remember, just because you live in a big city don't mean you have to have a big head to match. Okay, big guy? I'll be honest with you. We're all a little worried that you're not getting back to any of us, Travis.
Where'd you cut off? Has he got more? Is there more to it?
That's all I said. What'd you think?
Huh. That was nice. I mean, I haven't talked to Jim in a while. I know they've been looking after my kids. You know, I appreciate that. God, it's weird. Can I record a message back to him?
We're working on it. It's a little hard.
Taking a look at that was
Yeah, I mean,
kind of
that's-
heartwarming.
Yes.
What did you think about that, Myrtle?
It was very touching.
sorry.
It's
I'm
it's
sorry. Can I
nice to
have-
see that he's still in contact with his family, that he still has a place for them. And it was very moving to see how he immediately wanted to respond. In all this fame, he still keeps his family at a high priority.
Absolutely, and it was nice hearing that the producers helped facilitate this communication. So yeah, with that out of the way, we can jump back into that DadStrat action and see BadDad jumping into Game 3 right now. So why don't we get down to that arena floor?
Hopefully, it's exciting as the last round.
Alright, we can see BadDad heavily concentrating, mentally preparing himself for the chaos that is to come.
Yes. I think his adrenaline is still running high from the last match.
Absolutely. Still sticking with Peely, so
All right, guys.
maybe Peely's grown on him a little bit.
Maybe.
What was that music at halftime? Anybody? That was. What happened to the actual instruments and music?
Oh, wait a second. I don't see the 20 verse 20.
I do not either. Oh. Did he?
Gonna thank the bus driver, the BD.
Is he not doing the?
Yeet!
Folks, this might be solo. This might be solo battle royale. BadDad
Look at
is
that DadStratter. Look at that guy. DadStrat.
Yep.
DadStrat.
We
DadStrat.
are seeing a
DadStrat.
return to the 100% tradition of DadStrat.
Yes.
Is this what you're supposed to be in right now?
Look at all these people DadStratting, bro.
Right. No, I see that. What? Go back. Bring up the menu. Bring up the start menu.
What's that?
Bring up the start menu, please.
No, we're in the middle.
All right. So BadDad's he is doing step 2 right now of the DadStrat. Of course, step 1 is get kicked
We're good,
from the
we're good.
battle bus, and step 2 is deploy glider or get gliding.
Solo game, isn't it?
No, it's Rumble. Look, it's Rumble.
Okay, prove it.
Look, DadStratter.
Back out. Go to the lobby. Pull the plug on this damn. Back out.
But you can't.
Yeah, I very
never
easily
done that
can.
before.
I don't care that we've never done it before. Back out. Go to the lobby.
Well, this is, this might not have been scheduled, but this is still,
Here's
this
what
is
I'm
a
gonna do. I'm
surprise
actually
treat
gonna go to
for
the coast.
for
How about I
us.
go to the coast?
I'm sure we'll
Again.
get to see
Again. What have I done? I don't.
a
I don't
bit
understand.
more
I'm a
action
little confused what you're doing.
from BadDad than we normally do during the solos.
Yes,
because he's
via
You're not
the
gonna pretend. No, don't worry.
DadStrat.
You don't have
Yes,
to pretend.
yes.
And we can see that
have to pretend
circle
anything. I'm
forming
pretty sure you
on
can just
the
pull that off.
upper right-hand quadrant of the map of the island.
What?
Looks like he might be heading towards the Lonely Lodge, or perhaps redirect over to Sunny Steps.
You're right.
Let him talk to you. If he's so inclined. What's that?
If he's so what? I can't hear you. I'm in the middle of a game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're live streaming,
Yeah,
so I
BadDad's
think
heading
that'd be kind
towards
of
the
strange.
volcano.
Yes, yes.
What the heck?
Maybe he's going to use the air cushion as a way to reposition himself, maybe closer to the coast.
There we go. Yes. Catching even more airtime than would otherwise be possible.
You're right.
And
that mist, providing perhaps the cover that he needs since he's chosen Peely.
Yes.
In Team Rumble.
Okay, so 62 players left in the match. BadDad still hovering in the air above that volcano. You know, Myrtle, this kind of reminds me, I'm not sure if you were lucky enough to watch episode 4, the episode where BadDad broke the world record of longest hang time.
I did see that, yes.
Yes, this is kind of reminding me, it's taking me back to that amazing moment.
Do you think perhaps he's trying to
Can you get off the arena floor,
beat his
please?
own record?
Reinforce the players?
If we're lucky enough to witness that, this might be an amazing third round.
For DadStrat.
Not only for us, but for everyone else out
there. You might as
there.
well get off the floor, please.
You can imagine
Go ahead and get
that
off the
it's
floor,
special,
please.
breaking a world record, but doing it twice. That is the idea that is blowing my mind.
Oh man, someone's over. I'm just playing a game. I'm a man from Missouri, keeping it real. I'm going to play his game. Thank you. I'm from the Show Me State, B. I keep it real.
All right, and BadDad is top 50 right now.
Yes. Has already made it to the top half of the players without even touching the ground.
Absolutely right.
Gotta
of
keep
course,
it
this
moving.
means he is defenseless,
Gotta keep it moving.
both with
No
no
deadbeat
weapons and
shoot
no
you down.
resources, but we've seen that this really doesn't present much of a challenge for BadDad.
Gotta keep her moving.
Sure, as always, he will overcome the challenges that come from that and still make it to the top 10.
No thanks.
Absolutely.
No thank you.
Those top 10s just come naturally to him, so...
I can't hear you because of the game.
yeah, I can't expect anything less.
I can't. I mean, I wish I could. I wish I could hear you, but I can't hear you, so I'm kind of in the middle of a game. So, thank you. Good try. You can see the old remnants of Tomato Temple back there. Back when the game was different. Back when the game was pure. Back before people started corrupting the game with different things. Stupid, gimmicky things. Once upon a time,
he might be referencing the greater amount of deadbeats maybe that he's perceived during this season. I really couldn't say. But yeah, BadDad continuing to stay in the air.
And he got top 10 every single time he played.
2 minutes until that storm closes in
met some
and
people.
we get to see,
And
does
was
he
naive.
still
He was
fall
from a
within
small
that
town
next
in Missouri
circle?
Called Goodman.
Hopefully he
Little
does.
town in Newton County, Missouri. Goodman didn't even have its own high school. Small little town, crossroads. It was off of Highway 71 far enough that it didn't even have a decent gas station. But what it did have was integrity. And people like Jim Hodge and Frank Hodge and Tim Sweeney, who knew how to design a game that everyone could enjoy. Kids, adults, strategists, military men. I'm pretty sure the military uses this game for training. And they should.
I'd imagine that they would.
Yes, I'm sure they do. It would be a very smart thing to do. And another advantage we have
you think about last week,
it gives him lots of time to talk, and we really get to see
and he kind of said that I probably should
see into the mind of BadDad.
Like he would use me for training. So.
The genius that is the mind that came up with the DadStrat.
Yes, these moments
So if
are
you think about
few and far between.
BadDad
But when
is
we
pretty
are
much,
fortunate enough to catch a glimpse
training
of
the
the
future generation of military.
wonderful individual that BadDad is, it's
Come on, don't do
taking
that.
shots.
Don't do this. It's not worth it. Don't ruin me. You jack. You jack of nine trades.
all right. So he's taking fire. This did
Come on, don't
happen
do this.
the last time he
I need
attempted
this.
to break the world record.
Jerk.
But he is managing to stay mobile.
Absolutely.
I
while
gotta show
staying
Sharon that I'm
in
worth something.
the same position ultimately.
Yes, as
But even her deadbeat son-
Sergeant
oh, boy.
Jeffries would put it, or Jefferson. I'm
God
sorry,
dang
Sergeant.
it. Are you
He's
kidding me,
making
Sheriff?
himself a hard target.
Okay, he left the area of the volcano.
He did, so he's not going to have that height boost, but there are plenty of other geysers around
Yes.
that he can take advantage of. So it
You're gonna see,
might
Sharon,
not be
what a
perfectly
champion looks
obvious
like.
to everyone out there, but it does seem to be that BadDad is trying to break his own world record.
So I believe at this point it is definitely safe to say that he is, and using that geyser masterfully to do so.
Absolutely. You can hear another player having glided past him. Hopefully that player did not see BadDad. We are top 30. BadDad is in that
Not looking
circle.
good.
So at least he doesn't have to worry about the storm, and we just heard another player on the glider. But he is staying on this geyser
people
right
dying?
now,
Staying calm.
attempting to stay calm, because as he just noticed, that 30, although having just dropped one more player down to 29, it's not dropping as fast as BadDad would like it.
No, it's the numbers are staying higher than they normally do. Perhaps once the circle shrinks again and it puts more pressure on the other players, we'll see that
All right,
change.
guys, we're going
Absolutely. Okay, so we just
Got a lot
entered
of
top
health left.
25.
for it. May not look good for BadDad.
It's still
know
something
what?
to be proud of.
I'm gonna go out BadDad style.
We heard it from the man's lips, folks. He's gonna go out BadDad style. I'm not terribly certain on what that means exactly, except for going out in the top 10.
I'm sure whatever he does mean exactly, it will be very exciting for both us and everybody at home watching.
Absolutely.
Top 25, but that's not the record, as we know.
Yes, it's just a little unfortunate that we didn't know ahead of time that he was going to attempt this world record. Otherwise, I'm sure we'd have a counter,
Yes.
or an upwards counting clock determining how many seconds he's lasted in the air.
Come on, people.
But yeah, bouncing from one geyser to the other without much resistance now from other players. He's become quite stealthy.
Oh boy, here comes some.
He's almost as
Oh,
nimble as
no,
a
no thanks.
Mirkwood elf,
that's
I
not
would
even
say,
coming from me, that's coming from them.
like Legolas.
Is it though?
Greenleaf.
Is it? Is it? You better fuck. I'm serious. You touch this again, I will break your fucking arm. You want to see a Missouri beatdown, bro? You want to see what that looks like? Ask Harvey Weinstein what that looks like. You
Looks like we might be having some technical
better
difficulties.
not. You better not.
Yeah. Well, BadDad continuing
Missouri
to
looks like.
try to break the record. So he's
beat
top
down.
20.
He got
He's
Missouri
within
beat
the top 20. This is good. This is good. This is good stuff.
Don't touch me again.
Continuing to change geysers. Continuing to make himself a hard target. An unpredictable positioning so other players can't find him. Oh, we did see an enemy player building a fort in the distance there.
Oh, there's a player building one right
Hey,
under
Sharon.
him.
See how
You're
see what this
Absolutely
means?
right, Myrtle. At least one
Yeah, I'm not
player.
afraid
There
of
could
that.
have been two.
Seriously.
Top
Dude.
17.
Yes,
See what happens,
we
see
see
what
him
happens, see what happens.
putting himself at a safe distance from those
Oh, shooting at
players.
me, okay. And you're distracting me. Damn it! You motherfuckers! You're a fucking sucker.
Okay, so
And you're a piece of shit.
BadDad
You're a
has
bit-
been eliminated.
Basically, you're a
This was
Because-
solo, and he placed outside of the top 10. He placed 13th.
I'm serious.
He might have been interrupted there.
Yes, he definitely had some distractions.
But so I'm not entirely certain on how this will affect the season's record. I'm not sure if this will result in 15-1. Kind of like how I mentioned in last episode when Thomas had interrupted BadDad's game.
I'm a fucking
It
werewolf.
did not result in 15-1. So
I'm a night
it
king.
is possible that
I got
his
2
record
records.
will remain
I got the
untarnished.
longest hang time in the history of this fucking game.
I certainly
the
hope
most
so,
important hackers.
and I'm sure everyone out there
The record of reporting the most hackers in this game.
is also hoping the same.
I'm like Wyatt
I
Earp.
mean, BadDad is a hero
I'm a legend.
to all of those
You want me to dress
Fortnite
it?
players who
A toddler
don't
with a onesie
go
with
with
poop
the
diaper?
rest of the herd.
Seriously?
We just
Seriously?
heard him say he does have 2 records
So-
now
Yes.
at Epic Games.
Why don't you,
Besides
in
longest
your
hang
suit,
time,
you know, your bullshit,
11 minutes,
your big
13
city
seconds.
slick
Apparently, he holds the record for
Go back to your
most
boss and tell him I
players.
did
Most hackers reported,
Yes,
I say good luck.
exactly, Myrtle.
find
which
me
just
someone
shows
who's
how
as good as
dedicated
me,
he is to the community of Fortnite.
Come and sit in this
Yes,
chair. because
yes,
I
he
doubt you're
really
gonna find
cares
it.
about purifying
You gonna
this
get Ninja
game.
to come
Yes.
sit here? I don't think so. Ninja's got his own agenda. And when you're as good as me, you get your own shit. You know what? I haven't had a good tuna melt in like a week. Why? Because you're assholes.
So yeah, we can. I mean, this gives us at least the
don't know if
opportunity
you
to
understand.
take a look at this other player who is
I'm done.
definitely not playing anything like
was about
BadDad.
to say-
Right, we see a much more traditional
be my own
strategy,
record.
one that you might call a deadbeat strategy.
This jackanapes
per se.
over here.
Yes,
Grabbing at my
mindless,
controller in the middle of a live
just
stream? Are you
aggressive.
fucking kidding me? How? Oh, I'm sorry. You're so professional. Really? Really?
Yes, we
the
are able
professional
to
here?
see a bit of building.
Are you a
So
professional?
Myrtle, I
Are
mean,
you-
at least you get
Oh, where are you going?
This-
Oh, you don't
this-
want conflict.
some
Oh, you
building
don't want
action
conflict.
here.
Okay.
Yes,
Go
yes.
ahead. Go to the-
More than
Who
we've
else
gotten
wants
the
to
chance
talk?
to see from BadDad himself,
What are you doing?
admittedly.
Seriously?
But
Who's in charge? And
See.
cut the fucking lights, please.
Right,
I
that
can't-
kind of reminds
I
me
can't
how
even think.
BadDad
I got
eliminated
this
that
light
one
on my
player
eyes.
that
I
tried
can't see the
to
goddamn game.
invade his space
And I got this
last round.
Oh, they're gawking at me like he wants to my Seriously?
All right, so BadDad.
I'm drinking energy drink and scotch together. That ain't natural. If you can't tell, I'm not a young
So,
man. My fucking
what
heart's
games
going
did
like
you
this.
play, Myrtle?
My fucking brain's
the
going
games
through
that I
songs.
most traditionally play
Gravy
would
gonna
be
fill my
Minecraft or
beer.
Space Engineers, both
Are
of
you
which
serious?
focusing on gathering resources and building different structures. To help facilitate your survival in their respective worlds.
Right, yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
Is there a way that a DadStrat could be implemented in those games?
I'm sure there is, as I'm sure there is a way that the dead.
All right, well, folks, that brings us to the end of this episode of BadDadatFortnit. This one was special. As all of you know, we had a couple of really nice segments there. And yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up now. And Myrtle and I both thank you for tuning in to BadDadatFortnit, brought to you by Theateresque. I have been your host, Johnny Frakes,
And I am Myrtle Masters.
and we wish you all a very, very good night, folks. See you next time. All right, yeah, Myrtle, could you tell me more about those games?
As I was saying, I'm not sure how the DadStrat would be implemented, but I'm sure just as in every other aspect of life, there is a way to implement the DadStrat to make the playing more masterful.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, Minecraft. That you can build a library in that, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Wow, I can't believe what we all just witnessed here. Bad Dad getting upset, cussing, angry, leaving his chair, leaving the game entirely, and I can only assume leaving the studio itself. Is this the end for Bad Dad at Fortnite? Is this the end for Bad Dad's streaming career in general? Guys, I don't have the answers to these questions, but don't worry, Dad heads. We can get through it together on tonight's episode of Talking Dad. All right, everybody, I am Daniel Torrance, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Dad. Bad Dad is scheduled still to be here in the studio live talking with us. Obviously, things have changed a little bit, but we're definitely doing everything we can to make sure that we're staying on schedule and that Bad Dad does make an appearance for you guys. Joining me tonight is the lovely Maggie Duvall. Welcome, Maggie. So as we just saw on the Bad Dad at Fortnite live stream, it was cut short quite a bit. We're missing an entire game there. Maggie, how do you feel about that? What's going through your mind right now?
I mean, honestly, I'm just shocked. I just can't believe it. I mean, he's Bad Dad, you know? I've been a huge fan since episode 1. I've been following him every week. I mean, I look forward to it. I'm a really big fan. But yeah, I'm just concerned. I just want to make sure, is he okay? Is he, going to be performing? He's just, he's the best. But I'm worried for him. I don't know what happened, and are the producers going to be able to make him happy again and make him feel comfortable? Because that's what we're all here for, right? We're all here to watch him. And I think he's supposed to be here. Maybe is that right?
Exactly. I don't think I could have said that any better myself, Maggie. And I think you're really speaking for a majority, if not all, of Bad Dad's fans, really. We're a little worried for Bad Dad being such dedicated fans. However, at the same time, I'm very optimistic that Bad Dad will continue to stream. This is not the end of his career. This isn't some big paradigm shift. I truly believe he'll get back to this once that 8-ball gets out of his system and he's allowed to kind of have some space and cool down. Speaking of the Bad Dad at Fortnite live stream tonight, let's go ahead and take a look, just a clip from that interview at the halftime show, and then I'd like to get some of your thoughts about that afterwards. Go ahead and roll the clip.
We're talking about Apex now? What do you mean? Like, why do I think it's an inferior game and it's boring and it's pointless and it's distracting from the fact that Fortnite is the best game? Well, it's really brown. Like the tone. They force you to go in a squad. That's not DadStrat. You can't even use DadStrat. You can't use strategy. You got a jump leader, from what I've seen, and this jack-a-hole, it decides where you go, and usually there are idiots who jump right down in the crowd with everybody else, and you're stuck there trying to find guns like frantic, like you might as well go to Tilted Towers. It's the same thing. It's the idiot mentality. It's the herd. It's a first-person game, so you're just supposed to guess what you look like, I guess. So what's the point of having characters? You might as well just be your dumb face up there, because it's not supposed to look like it's like, I don't know. And plus, it's just such a ripoff of Fortnite. It's like, why play a ripoff? Why be, you had, Boys to Men. Why do you need NSYNC? What's the point? Is my point. It's just a distraction.
All right, there you have it. Maggie, how do you feel about that? Some strong words from BadDad.
I mean, listen, as a true BadDad fan, I have to go with my guy. If he thinks that it's, brown garbage, then that's what it is. So I think he should just stick to what he knows, which is, Fortnite. He's clearly amazing at it. But between you and me, I'd watch him play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Like, I don't care what he's playing. I'd just watch him play whatever.
Totally,
But
exactly. It basically comes down to BadDad at, right, like fill in the blank, right? Like, we'll watch him play anything.
I mean, don't you guys agree? Right, guys? I mean, come on. I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, like you said, though, I totally agree 100%. It's whatever BadDad's feeling. It's whatever BadDad wants to play. And if that's Fortnite, then that's what we're going to watch him play. And we're going to love it, no matter what. So it looks like we're still waiting on BadDad to make his way down here. I know that we're still doing everything we can to make sure he makes an appearance, even just a short one, really, to talk with us along with Maggie. She's real jonesed up. She wants to talk to him. We want to hear what he's thinking. But hey, in the meantime, how about as an audience, we champion together and we try to get BadDad to come on down and to do this interview, right? Come on, BadDad. Let's throw up a House Mouse sponsored online poll and let's vote yes or no, guys. Yes or no. Do we want BadDad to continue streaming and do we want him to come down here and do this interview for us, right? So let's go ahead right now, log onto the website. Let's get those results going.
We want BadDad, back online. And how else is he supposed to sign my mug? I mean, come on, guys. Just get out there and vote. If you're watching right now, a vote for BadDad is a vote for DadStrat.
All right, results are coming in. Okay. What do you guys think it's going to be? Oh, and that's it. Look at that. 99.9% of you said, yes, BadDad, please keep streaming. We want to see you stream. We need to see you stream. And also, come on down to the studio. Let's do that interview. We want to hear what you're thinking. We want to hear what you're feeling, BadDad.
God, that's amazing. I mean, of course he did it. It's BadDad.
Of course.
Not nervous.
Excellent. Yes. And what do you say? Let's get one more House Mouse sponsored online poll up there. How many of you think BadDad should at least entertain the idea of trying Apex Legends? So go ahead, yes or no, log back onto the website, pick up your phone, let's figure it out, guys, together as an audience, as a family. Should BadDad give Apex Legends a chance?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite because it's not his favorite,
All right,
but
results are coming in.
Voters gotta vote. But if you're a real BadDad fan, you're gonna go with what BadDad wants. So we'll see what happens.
And look at that! 90% of you said yes, BadDad. Give Apex Legends a chance. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to see where that goes. BadDad, get your butt on down here. Let's talk about BadDad at Fortnite. Let's talk about Apex Legends.
Okay, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? But I will say, at the end of the day, it is BadDad's choice, so we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, Maggie. And now we all know what time it is. Thank you to the generous support from Anonymous Fowl, Premium Scotch. It's time to pay our respects to those who we've lost, who are no longer with us, no longer a part of the BadDad family. Roger, this one goes out to you, man.
Oh, Roger.
All the feels, man. Roger, you will be missed, my friend. So typically, in tonight's schedule, this is when BadDad was supposed to be here live in the studio, having a sit-down chat with Maggie and I. As you can see, BadDad's not here just yet. So maybe for the interest of time, we'll pivot a little bit and talk about something else. Just a moment, folks. Perchance this is exactly what we'll be talking about. Thank you, Tim. So, oh goodness. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed that BadDad has been involved in a very serious accident involving a dump truck.
What?
He won't be making it to the studio today. So I think maybe we're just going to cut this episode a little shorter.
Wait, are you...
Let's just keep BadDad
What?
in our thoughts and prayers. Let's wish him a speedy recovery. And hopefully he's fine to stream next week, because we got to keep that record up. So thank you for joining us tonight on Talking Dad. And again, let's keep BadDad in our thoughts and prayers and hope for a speedy recovery. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week.
We love you, BadDad. Get better, and we're all here for you. DadStrat. Oh my god. He seriously got into an accident?